How's it going? This is Chris Hernandez from Houston Combat Photography, and I'm going to talk to you about a reenactment I shot on March 11th, 2023 at the National Museum of the Pacific War in Fredericksburg, Texas. So once again, I was being a civilian war correspondent, wearing this helmet, wearing authentic World War II uniform and gear, and I was shooting. Primary camera was this 1953 Graflex Speed Graphic. My secondary camera was this Contax 3 from 1937. This is almost the same camera that Robert Capa used on D-Day, except his was a Contax 2 with no light meter. So real quick before I get into the rest of it, I want to show you how the Speed Graphic operates. You have to understand it's a pretty complex camera to operate under stress. So what you have to do with this camera, it's got two shutters. I was using the lens shutter. There's also a focal plane shutter back here. It's a curtain shutter. I had that open, so I was just using this one. I was carrying 10 film holders. Each one of them is carrying 2 sheets of film. They each have this, it's called a dark slide, this metal cover that protects the film. You have to remove it before you take the picture. So the process is, I've got the camera, the focus is locked at 30 feet, the aperture is at f/22. Everything now from about 15 feet away to infinity is an acceptable focus. I don't have to focus each shot, I just pick it up, point, take the picture. But I have to pull one of these out of my bag, stick it in the back of the camera, cock the shutter, turn this little tab that keeps the dark slide from coming out, pull the dark slide. I have strings on them, so I just let it hang, compose my shot, take the picture. Now, before you take the shot, you've got this part, the silver side of the dark slide showing. When you put it back in after you take the shot, you put out the black side, so you know that that sheet of film has already been used. So you stick that back in, turn the tab to protect it, pull it out, turn it around, stick it back in, repeat the process. And you have to do that for every single shot throughout the entire thing. Easy to mess up. This is the first reenactment I've shot where I didn't mess it up. For the Contax, I had it set to a focus at 10 feet, aperture at f/22. It was supposed to be something like from 7 to 20 feet would be in focus. I can't remember the numbers right now. Anyway, it worked. It was an experiment. I didn't know how it would work, but it worked. Instead of using the little tiny rangefinder window, I used this. This is a Leica product, kind of a speed finder thing I had it set for my lens. So I would just advance it, put it up to here, compose, take the picture, advance it again, look for the next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a first-person video. I had a GoPro taped onto my gear right here, camouflaged as well as I could. And what you're going to see in the video is it starts off with me sitting in a Jeep in the landing craft. The battle's already going on. You're going to hear all the gunfire. The landing craft is actually in a building on the side of the Pacific Combat Zone battlefield. So when the video starts, the landing craft is moving out towards the simulated beach. The ramp goes down. As we're waiting on the ramp to go down, you'll see we get water dumped all over, water falls all over us because of explosions on the side of the boat. The Jeep goes off the landing craft and immediately gets hit. The 2 guys who were with me are supposed to have been killed. I go falling out of the Jeep like a confused, scared civilian, and then a Marine runs by, grabs me, and I go running along with everyone else, taking pictures. So what you're gonna see is every time I took a picture, I will freeze the video and show you the picture. So you can see what the action looked like first person, and then what the pictures look like and where and how I got them. We did 2 reenactments that day. Some of the pictures I'm honestly not sure which one when I shot it. I'm identifying the times as best as I can, and the ones that I'm not really sure, I know for certain that I'm confused about when I shot them. I'll show those at the very end. So here's the video.
Get across that road! Go! Go on me! Hey, you get stand by. You do get him to stay in that bunker, got it? Yes, sir. Right. Cover fire! Cover fire! Alternate, cover fire. Go! Stand by.
Hey, what's up? Woo! Okay.
How you doing?
Yeah, me too.
Burn it! Burn it! Burn it! Fire in the hole! Finish it! Let's go! That flag down! Let's go!
All right, so that was those are the pictures that I remember taking during that second reenactment. Here are the other pictures that I'm not quite sure if I took them then or took them during the first one. All right, guys, that's it. I had a great time at this reenactment. It was tiring. I don't know if you could hear me breathing really heavy at the end. Apparently, I'm not an 18-year-old Marine anymore. I'm a tired 51-year-old grandfather, and it's not so easy to run around like it used to be. But it was a great time. It was a great bunch of reenactors. Fantastic museum. If you get a chance to go, please come out and watch the show, learn something, and say hi. So until the next adventure, y'all take it easy.